Good morning, everyone. Wow, okay, I know there was many side events last night, so I hope you all enjoy your night. And I believe quite a number of people still enjoy their bedtime now. Okay, what I'm going to share with you in the next 15 minutes is about a full stream of token payment solutions, where actually it creates the entire ecosystem and serve different roles in the ecosystem. It also creates a vibrant networks, connects the Web3 and the Web2. I'm quite sure if you're coming from Web3 environments, if you actually attend a lot of events like this, right? Some of those solutions later on I'll be introduced, definitely you know about this or you heard about this somewhere in the past. But I assure you, if we put all those solutions in a one package, right? If we put all those in a complete ecosystem, we actually can unlock more business opportunities and also create more innovative payment experience to their customers. Okay, first one, cross-border remittance. So cross-border remittance has been talked about for a long time since the beginning of the so-called pay fight, right? Where people say, oh, you use a token to do a cross-border remittance, it will reduce the cost and the transfer will be more swift and smooth. But this solution here is not actually serving the consumers, right? But it's actually serving the various partners in different countries to make the cross-border remittance happening in a low cost. So let's say we have a partner A in the country A, right? So the partner A business is mainly the domestic service for the money service, including maybe it's a domestic fund transfer company, maybe it's a wallet service in country A, right? It doesn't really have very strong cross-border remittance business here. We also have a similar partner in the country B, right? This partner is also primarily a domestic operator for the money service. So in the past, when the company A, when the country A, the partner A want to do a cross-border remittance service to the customer, he need to be either number one, create its own office in country B, right? So that they can make the remittance happen. The other solution is the company A try to understand, oh, there is a partner B in the country B, so we can work together. They need to go through a very thorough process to understand if the partner B is financially soundness, right, and whether they can enter into a very strong contractual relationship because cross-border remittance touches funds as well. But with this solution, it's not necessary for the partner A to really understand the partner B. The partner A can rely on the trustless smart contract groups to make this transaction happen. So it starts with the senders who place the money with the partner A. And the partner A will turn this money probably into a stable coins with some service provider in the country A as well. The stable coins will then pass to smart contract. The smart contract will do a few things. Number one, the smart contract will inform partner B there was a remittance instruction to your countries, and this is so-and-so, the wallet address or the bank account you need to deposit money. Right? Then the partner B will just pay out the money to the corresponding bank account or wallet address. Once the payout was done, the confirmation will be given back to the smart contract group, and the smart contract group will then only release the stable coins or relevant funds and tokens to partner B. In the same time, the smart contract will inform the partner A that remittance has been done. So the partner A can also inform the sender the whole process has been completed. So you can see in this case, the whole fund security was guaranteed by smart contract. So partner A is not necessary to have a very good analysis of a partner B and enter into a very strong contractual relationship. So next one. So this is basically a merchant acquiring system where we enable merchant to accept token as a payment method. But what is different with the other service provider is this one we have made it is a one-stop solution with versatile, covers almost all the payment scenarios in the market. The first one is very easy to understand, the e-commerce, right? Everyone now using e-commerce very often. You go through a website, the website will show you a checkout page and you transfer your token according to the instruction given on the web page. The second one is the POS machine. We also provide a solution for POS machines. So the customer walking to a physical shop, he can make a token payments with the POS machines. Whenever in the past, you just use your credit cards, you use your digital wallets in Web2 to make payments as well. Number three, pay with URL. Okay, so this is only a very specific situation when some of merchants provide, let's say, a mail order or phone order business. So once the order was given to the merchant probably will send the email to the customer and say, this is the URL you need to make payments. But nowadays, the merchants also interact with the customer through the messaging application, let's say WhatsApp or Telegram, right? So in the messaging app, they can confirm about the purchase, and then the merchant will send the URL to customer on the messaging app. Then the customer can just tap on the link and then to make payments accordingly. The last one is the QR code payments. So this QR code payments is slightly different from the normal QR payments we'll be using on day-to-day basis, right? In daily basis, when the QR code payment you're using in Web2, it comes with a QR code, and you just make a payment, and then you pay the same amount you have been confirmed on the purchase. But this QR code payment, in fact, can be used for repeated the scenarios. So if the customer, in fact, is a repeated customer to the merchants, right? So every time, whenever they want to buy, they can buy more, buy less. It doesn't matter. They just pay accordingly to the QR code. So it's help the merchant to collect payments in a manner. Okay, this is a token issuing solution. So token issuing solution, I think today is more familiar with those people who issue stable coins. They know how to do the technicals. They know how to manage the token cycle, life cycles in different chains, and so on and so forth. But we see there's more needs for the traditional company to have this. We're talking about RWAs, right? We're talking about reward points, payment tokens. For those companies who actually runs the RWAs, who actually manage the token payments, they very likely, in my view, in the future, they are not necessary to be Web3 native companies. So basically means their operation team, their finance teams doesn't really understand the Web3 jargons, doesn't understand the Web3, the ecosystem. But the boss, the owner, they see opportunities enter into the Web3 situations. So that's why we provide this solution. This is an end-to-end solution. We'll start with the web portals here. So the web portals basically will give a very easy to access web UI for their operation team to manage the entire life cycle in whatever chains they want to be, right? So they can manage the mint, they can manage the return, also the redemption on the Platon chains, Ethereum chains, on Polygon chains, or the many other chains they want to issue their tokens. On daily basis, we also provide reports to their settlement teams. So their settlement teams can work on the reports and work with the financial teams to measure all the funds behind. And they do not really need to have access to the blockchain to retrieve data from blockchain to do their reconciliations. Okay, this one I think is more familiar with everyone. I believe everyone in your mobile definitely have one of those wallets, right? So what difference from these wallets with others? This is also MPC wallets. It's built on AAs. So it's very friendly to the users. You don't necessarily to understand, oh, what is my private key? What's the mnemonic I need to pen down on some paper and keep it in stores for a long time without giving anyone else, right? So we actually break down the private keys into the parts, and the keys will be stored in different key stores to make it secure. But on the front, you just log in with your email address with a password. You use this wallet as if you're using Alipay or WeChat Pay. So it's very easy to custom to understand, but this wallet will help the customer to manage the Web3 assets. Okay, so what's the difference compared with this wallet service with others? We also have an enterprise version on down below. Okay, so benefits from MPC technologies. This enterprise version digital assets will also support multiple signers. As you know, the corporates doesn't really have idea about Web3s, or the corporates, even if the Web3 corporates, they will also need to have a maker checker for whenever the fund will be moved, right? So normal EOA account doesn't serve this purpose. Custodians account also cannot support the corporates, because the corporates basically hand over the assets to someone else, right? So only with this multi-signer wallets with a maker checker process would allow the corporates finance to manage their assets in Web3. It is also API integration ready, so the corporates can integrate these wallets with their ERP system, with their finance system, so make all the management more straightforward. Okay, last one is talk about ZK Pay. Some of you probably heard about zero knowledge payment proof in the past. So let's put the zero knowledge payment aside first. So if you walk into any shops, right, you pay your credit card, you pay with a wallet address. Once you make the payments, no one else knows in the world how much you have in your wallets, how much you have in your bank accounts. This account scenario is a given, right? But if you go to Web3, today the payments was made with token transfer on blockchain. So when the transaction was confirmed on chain, everyone else actually have a chance looking into the blockchain and then to check what is your balance in your bank accounts? Or what? Oh, sorry, it should not be a bank account. What is the balance in your wallets, right? So this may not be turned into something annoying to everyone in the Web3 because we'll get used to it. But if you make this payment experience to the world, right, the rest people will find out, why am I reviewing my balance just by making a one simple transaction? This is where the zero knowledge proof authentication will be coming to the place, where we'll help with this protocol, will help the merchants to confirm the payments. The merchant will be informed that, yes, this customer have enough money to pay. But the merchant never knows how much money the customer have, and even after the transaction will record on blockchain, no one else in the world can, by telling the blockchain data, to see how much money the customer have. The other use case we actually realized after this protocol be implemented is that we can actually very good to support mass marketing activities. So imagine in this kind of event, right? So people come around with your booth, and you want to do an airdrop. So usually how we do is, oh, Miss Customer, please give me your wallet address, and we will do airdrop for you. So I either interact with customer through the conversation and collect their collecting their web address, or either have a certain, as a website, ask the customer to sign on or ask them to register their wallet address. It's kind of a hassle through the whole process. It doesn't really a good customer integration model. So with ZK Pay, the company can actually package a small amount of airdrop token into the ZK Pay protocol. They can hand over the ZK Pay credential to the customer. It can be either an NFC card, either be in the QR code, either be any other forms you have very creative on your marketing materials. So a customer can choose, right, when and where they want to deposit your token, you airdrop to them. Okay, definitely, as I said before, right? So you must heard about this solution somewhere in the past. But what I'm trying to say is, if you really put a lot of those solutions together in one basket, you can see how we create more synergies here. So the first example is pay and receive. Let's say we put the issuance and acquiring together. So for every companies who want to issue their token, definitely they won't say, oh, I've issued tokens on the chain, so that's my end of my business, right? Definitely you need your token to be accepted somewhere. In the past, probably you need to work with another partner to say, oh, will you be able to accept my tokens? They need to change their solutions, the tension system to accept new tokens. But with us, it is not necessary to do that, because whenever you use our solution to issue token on the chain, we can enable your token in the acquiring system, where you can inform your partner, business partner, to integrate with the solution where the token available for the customer to pay with the newly issued token, right? So in this case, this is the business case for the issuer to issue their token, instead of just finish all their business, say, oh, I have done with the issuing, I have token now on chain, all right? And also it benefits acquiring. So we know that today the market is dominated with USDC and USDT as the stable coins. Tomorrow we believe that more and more stable coins will come to the world, right? Whereas more stable coins will be backed by the relevant country fiat currencies. So in the definite countries, in the countries where it's not using US dollars, customers may say, oh, can I use some stable coins which is not pegged with US dollar, pegged with my domestic fiat currencies? This is where the acquiring will have a need to accept all new tokens. This is where the new issuer will come to say, okay, you want the domestic tokens? Okay, I will just simply use this solution to issue a token. Then the acquiring side will can pick up this token to allow their customer to pay. The next one is, remember just now I mentioned REMNet, there's a remittance service. So when remittance service meets with issuing, there's also another synergy will create it. For the remittance systems in the middle, we are using tokens, right, to move the funds around. So if some issuer say, you know what, I can support high liquidity for my tokens, right? So they can now issue a tokens in a chains, where the REMNets will pick up those tokens and use that token to facilitate transfer instead of using USDC and USDT. For partner A and partner B who are using the solutions, they can enjoy the liquidity from the new token players. They can reduce their costs further and make the transaction more smooth, right? And also this creates a business case for issuers, right? Without being stepped into the remittance, they can see their token can be picked up in the remittance business. They probably dream about it, but have never had a chance to enter that business. So that's the synergy we can also create by just put the remittance solution and the issuance solution all together. Okay, all in all, we're talking about transactions, but remember, no matter how transaction moves, right, it still need to be landed somewhere in the wallets. That's why we have this wallet service so the individuals who can have access to all the solution that the partners provided. So the partners can use a white label solution or can use an API integration to enable their service to the customers without need to build from the scratch for every wallet service or every UI UX. The ZK Pay, I just explained, the ZK Pay is not only provide the privacy, but also give more choice, more options to create an innovative payment experience with ZK payments. So all the solution has already been picked up by some companies in different industries. I say the first one, they are actually licensed in Singapore for credit card issuing, but they also have the acquiring business. So they want a payment token to facilitate processing. That's why they use our solution to issue a token called DUSD, which is backed by US dollar. The second case is about StraightX and also merchant acquirer from All-in-Pay. So StraightX is also licensed in Singapore for stablecoin issuing. They issue a token called XSGD, which is backed by Sing dollar on one-on-one basis, right? So you understand, for being in Singapore market, for the customer may have a need to say, oh, can I have payment acceptance with using a Sing dollar back instead of a US dollar back? Okay, so after StraightX has issued a token on the XSGD on the chain, we also enable this XSGD on the merchant acquiring side. So the customer can pay Sing dollar based stable coins with the merchants. The last one is CoinsPH. As you may know, CoinsPH is a very large VSP provider in Philippines. They integrate with our solutions. They can not only to provide OTC and exchange business, they are also part of the cross-border remittance business as well. Okay. In the past years, we have been working with many partners in Southeast Asia, but in this year, we're also expanding our business in Africa, in South America, and also in Middle East. When MiCA will be fully integrated in Europe next year, and also when the Trump's administration will give more clarity about token regulatories in US, we also will move into Europe and the US probably next year. Okay, that's all my sharing. Thanks for your time.